reason. And actually, yeah, even if I call it like, if I call this quote unquote done, it's only going to be like done-ish. Because as soon as, I'm sure like when I set it down, like call it done, call it a day, set it down, and wait, oh, I'm drawing on the wrong layer, aren't I? Yep. As soon as I'm gonna call this done, I'm gonna put it away, and then the next time I open it, immediately my eyes are gonna like gravitate to like all the things that are wrong about it. So yeah, I can call it done for now. I can call it done in the temporary, but not in any permanent sense. Oh yeah, and the other thing I need to do is to hide the other layers, hide the ground layers, and make the bottom part look okay. Oh, widescreen isn't a thing anymore. I can get rid of that layer. Alright. Yeah. Because like a lot of this isn't going to show ever, but oops. What did I just do? A lot of this isn't going to show ever, but the part that does, the part that is visible, we'll want to make sure it's at least as like sensible as possible. So again, like it's this part that I'm actually drawing right now doesn't even really matter. I just need to, like, this line is technically slightly visible, so I just want it to get, like, I want it to be like relatively straight. And so just to make sure that it's all straight and like sensible and stuff, and then I actually like finish the characters a little bit, maybe not completely, but like just like make sure these curves are okay, reasonable. They're supposed to be a little exaggerated because like they're supposed to be like a little thicker on the bottom, slightly fat bottomed. Sorry. Yeah. Doop-a-doop. Doop-a-doo. Deet-doo. Doodly-deet. Diddly-doodly-doo. Diddly-doop-dop. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah. What is next to my backlog? I don't even remember. Am I not? Oh, no, I know what's next to my backlog. I know what's next to my backlog. Exciting things are next to my backlog. Oh, I'm trying to erase the little dots that are on my actual monitor in real life. Can't wipe dust off my monitor in real life by using the paint tool inside my computer. Turns out. Who'd have guessed? Alright, so yeah, just like these curves. Some of these curves are slightly visible, so I just want to make sure that they're the best curves they can be. Like this is a little schmumpy. Oops. And likewise, this is a little bit. A lot of this isn't going to show, but whatever. The parts that might show, I will tend to. You might be surprised, Light Up Man. You might be surprised. This event that's happening right now, the Doomsday event. Admittedly, I made this one in a batch of events when I was like getting a little bit abstract. I was getting a little bit experimental kind of with like how I set up the events. So I don't think that's true, Light Up Man. I'd be really surprised if that was true. Oh. Wait. No, I'd be really surprised if that was true. Spoilers, this is event type. This is event type 2. It's event type 2, which means only one of them succeed. Oh yeah, no, multi has nothing to do with it. In fact, yeah. Multi is actually, this is probably one of the hardest events in the game, actually. The Doomsday device, which I guess, you know, maybe I did that intentionally. It's, yeah, multi has nothing to do with the event type, because any event can be multi. and an event can be of any type, right? So yeah, no. So when I came up with this event, I was thinking of like, you know, the scene in like a movie where like it's cut the blue wire, or whatever. Uh, yeah, it's supposed to be like really intense, right? And the only way you actually can like the way that you succeed at that event is actually to focus instead of like running all over the place trying to do everything. Spoilers or pro tip, depending on how you want to think about it. The way you succeed at that event is to like stay calm, put your head together, and make something work. So, yes. Yeah, multi has like any event can be multi. In fact, there's a multi event of every type in the game. So like the one where you got 33% perfect, that might have been the hex, like the or the curse, right? Because in the case of the curse, you actually want to do the exact opposite. In order to lift the curse, you have to gather the regents, recite the chant of ages, and I forget what the last step was, but there are 3 steps to that to lifting the curse. In order to disable the doomsday device, there are 3 different ways you can do it, but all of them take a lot of effort and coordination. So in order to succeed, I don't know. It's a little abstract, right? Like so it kind of makes like it's not like ironclad or whatever, but like that was the point of it. Like when I was writing the quests, like it's subjective, right? I have to at a certain point I have to decide what event type it is, and of those ones, when I was authoring that event, I chose that event type for that reason. Yeah. So well, yeah, yeah. So the visuals of the game, I think of it like, to me, the visuals. So yeah, I make the tabletop role playing game analogy a lot because the game is actually supposed to play very similar to, like, say, Dungeons and Dragons, for example. And to me, like, what we're seeing down here, these are like the little pewter figurines that you might have like on the table in front of you when you're playing a tabletop role playing game. That's what these are. So yeah. The other reason is that I'm not an animator. And so I could spend a lot, if I felt like it, I could spend a lot of time and I could make a lot of frames of animation. Right now I have 2 frames of animation. But if I put my mind to it, I could just as easily produce like volumes and volumes of frames of animation. However, whenever I wanted to make new character art, I would have to do that many frames of animation for all of the new character art. So like if I wanted to give like like recently I just added in like a new robe for the character, and so or like it's more of a kilt than a robe, but I added in a kilt, and so when I added in the kilt, I only needed to draw 2 frames of animation for the kilt. If this game ran at like 30 frames per second, I'd have to have drawn like like 30 frames of animation for the kilt, because the little dudes are on a 1-second walk cycle. I didn't want to draw 30 frames of animation for the kilt because I'd rather, instead of spending my art time making tons and tons of frames for one set of character art, I'd rather spend my time making more different types of character art. I'm not an animator by any stretch. I made a flipbook doodle back in 5th grade. I took like a stack of Post-it notes and I made it so that when you flip through them, it's like a little flipbook. I did that once, but it was all made with stick figures, and it was also really dumb. So it's just not my strengths. Like if I had an artist on staff, I would probably have this running at much higher frames per second. But no one on this team, and by no one I mean myself, because I'm the only person on this team at present, is an animator. So it's just not a good use of resources or time to try and make a bunch of animation that, for me personally, I don't even find it important. Because so the other thing is like, thank you, Arfin. Thank you, Arfindorf. Yeah, the other thing is, the animation in this game is not game critical, right? like you're never gonna mess up in this game just because the game didn't run at a high enough frame rate, right? That you can't make that error. So the game affords me that freedom that there's no reason I would have to make it higher frame rate. And so yeah, so all those reasons combined, it just again, like I have nothing against frames. Like I'm not an anti-frameite. Like I'm not like two frames per second is the correct frame rate for every game. But for this game, for this project, given the team that's working on this project, I think 2 frames per second actually is correct. Uh, and I'm project lead, so I get to choose that stuff. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Good job. Good job climbing, you guys. All right. I'm getting to the point where I'm not actually making substantive changes anymore, so I'm gonna call this like done-ish for now. Actually, wait. The T is just a little bit scruffy around the edges, so I'm just gonna just one more time. I'm going to clean this up a bit, just by like chopping that off, basically chopping it off just to stitch it back on though. Oh whoa, wait, hold on. As I was like drawing that line, I realized that this is not level at all. Hold on, wait. Actually, let's give that another shot. Yeah, no, this crossbar is not level on the other side. All right, there we go. It's a little bit better. Yeah. Yeah. uh, that's a good point, Light It Man. Yeah, right. Like I spent a lot of time putting into this game the things that I feel are important for it, but yeah, like I spend most of the time I spend on this game is what like making the chat commands work well, and getting the graphics to do cool things, not necessarily for them to look, not necessarily get the animation to look good, but I spent a lot of time making the backgrounds look nice enough, right? Because like they're not gonna look, they're not like, I don't have like, well, the snowy forest doesn't really show it off very well, but like there's like parallaxing to the backgrounds, which I like. So like instead of chasing down the things that yeah, so like the parallaxing is an example of like a very heady, like conceptual art task, and so that plays more to my strengths because I'm better at like system design than art. So if I'm going to spend my time on something, that is the thing that I should be spending my time on, mostly. All right, so yeah. Did I? Oh wait, hold on. Did I mess up the cloud layer when I was changing stuff? When I was changing, oh yeah, I totally did. Yeah, because I changed the shape of the letters, and now the clouds don't touch the the letters quite right anymore. So I want to fix that up real quick. So this is layer 10. Yeah, I just have this layer back here where the clouds are supposed to connect to the letters. Not a big deal, but details, All right, there we go. That's better. All right, so cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna call this okay for a little while. Clearly, it needs more touch up. It needs, because the lines are still a little bit wiggly. But it's going to be the sort of thing that when I look at it with fresh eyes, I'm on Windows 8.1, unfortunately. Yeah. Windows 3.2. Oh, version of Python? Sorry, I thought someone said they were on Windows 3.2. I'm on, I'm on 2.7.8, I think. I thought I was on 2.7.6, but I think I'm on 2.7.8. Yeah. So, where should you install Pygame to? Where should you install Pygame to? I don't know. I did that a while ago, and I think I just like followed the instructions or something. Where did I put Pygame? I'm gonna put it like the same place I put my Anaconda distribution, or like where my Python installation, which I think was somewhere around here. Anaconda. See if it's in here. No. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, site packages. Oh yeah, no, I remember reading about this somewhere. I think there's not like the one place that you put it. I think it's that like yeah, you so yeah, site there's like a thing that you put there's like a folder that you put in site packages, and there's like a thing that you put in include. There's like once you have your Pygame like on your computer, there should be like some instructional thing. Hold on, maybe we can find it online real quick. Pygame. I think there's like something that should tell you like how like where to put what files. No, of course it wouldn't be here. The documentation is just so bad. Install. Please. Oh, 404. It's always every link on this stupid site for documentation. It's not literally everyone, but like 80% of the links on that site for documentation are 404. All right, Pygame install. No. How to. When you get Python, whatever. Wait, what is? Oh, this is installing Python and Pygame. Yeah. Okay, download installing Python, installing Pygame. Pygame does not come with Python like Python. Download install Pygame, which is easy. Installing the Python interpreter in the web browser. Pygame, blah 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 blah. On Windows. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, there should be an installer that came with it. I don't know. Oh, yeah, yeah. I just finished up with that other task, so I was like, I was thinking that, it was fine. It was a fine time to take a moment. According to this site, it says there's an installer that comes with it. Double click on the downloaded file to install Pygame. Yeah. So if you followed the instructions to install it, like try importing Pygame and seeing if that works. Because if you do that and it works, then you might just be good to go. There are some tricks to get Pygame working. Hold on, there's this like Pygame sample basic. I don't know. There's like this. There's this really great example. No, it's not any of that stupid stuff. There's a super simple version like this. It's just like it's literally like just the minimum amount of stuff you need to get Pygame up and running. Pygame, I don't know, sample code, whatever. What is this? No. What the heck? Oh gosh, yeah. This is the reason why I would not necessarily recommend Pygame, is because the documentation is just so awful. But yeah, let me know if you have any difficulty running it, because I might be able to like step you through some of the stuff. It's basically just like there's a few like magic things that you need to do. Actually, wait, hold on. I'm just gonna look at weather balloon pictures again. Earth weather balloon images. Maybe I should like. There's like a really vibrant blue around the edge of the Earth when like viewed, like to the atmosphere, like viewed into the atmosphere. Like in all these pictures, like, well, not literally all of them, but like it gets really light on the horizon line. I guess that's just like I don't know, maybe that's just like the clouds, or like light reflecting off the atmosphere. I'm just like tempted to like this kind of thing. I'm just like tempted to reproduce something like this. What if I did? What if I used like a vibrant blue as the barrier instead of using like white as the barrier like I had it before? What if I used like a more vibrant blue as the line on this layer? Come on, zoom. There you go. So yeah, what if what is even the color? What is even this color here? This is pretty green, actually. What if we went a little bluer with this? Not quite that far. And like a little more value, a little more saturation. Actually, no, not necessarily. A little less saturation. Drop that down, in fact. Let's see what that would do here. Oops. Sorry, sample layer. That might be too little saturation. So a little more saturation. Wait, actually I think I can edit this color while it's still spilt. So I can increase its hue a little bit. Yeah, alright. Kind of like where that's going. A little bit. Although, yeah, the funny thing about blue is that you really don't need much saturation compared to other colors. Don't honk at me. I'll tell you when and what to honk at. No. Sorry, don't mind me. Yeah, so what if I went like really saturated with this color? Actually, I guess I could go a little darker. What if I went like with a band of this across the image? How'd that look? I'm not literally trying to look like this is viewed from like a weather balloon in space or whatever, but I don't know. The idea slightly amuses me, so I'm gonna just see how I feel about it. Like I don't want people to necessarily like look at this and be like, oh, that's a weather balloon viewed from space, or like this scene is viewed like from space or whatever, or like this is like looking at the edge of space or whatever. But if I just like that as a base of reference, and then I kind of want to see what would happen if I used like a similar sort of like whoop, that's not what I meant to do. Accidentally grabbed the edge of the whatever. Oops, I dragged it too far. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's funny to like reference like that sort of thing when drawing out how I want this all to look. But I have a weird sense of humor, so it might just be a dumb idea. I just yeah, I don't have an exact plan for like what else I'd be doing here, so why not try some stupid stuff? Yeah, so the other thing is that it was all very low to the surface, like it didn't come up very high. So that probably just looks more weird than anything. Probably doesn't look better per se. Probably just looks weirder. That's not bad actually. It almost captures like a little bit of that effect. Because again, I don't want it to be overt. Like I don't want people to look at this and be like, "Oh, look, it's space. We're looking off into space." But I don't know. Yeah, I kind of like that actually. I don't know. I'm probably gonna change it a little bit, but like it's a very simple background, right? That layer is just like several shades of like flat color, right? It's literally just that. So like I can change this as much as I want. I can go back and rework it and tweak it and tune it as many times as I feel I want to do that. So cool. I wonder. Yeah, no, that's probably fine. Cool. Cool. Oh, what was there's a question? New monitor for Christmas. That's tough. Do you have it? Oh yeah. They make there are plugs that you can get that are like HDMI to something converter plugs or whatever. I have one on my computer. Because when I first set it up, I only had an HDMI connector thing. And so they exist. I'm pretty sure they're out there somewhere. Sorry, I'm just catching up on chat real quick. Everything is Windows 8.1's fault. Everything is Windows 8.1's fault. It's just, it's everything's wrong with it, Windows 8.1. It's awful. um, oh, oh, fun. And then apparently there's also an unpatchable glitch with it. Delightful. um, I wouldn't give Windows 8.1 any credit that it doesn't need Light Up Man, because there's some just very fundamentally wrong things about Windows 8.1, Windows 8 in general. All right, what am I doing? I think all right, I finished this. I don't have anything else to do with this. One thing I was thinking is, like, when I finish this logo, I think I'm also gonna like copy file new. Basically gonna like copy out just the text part of the logo, and I'm thinking of just like, I don't know, this is dumb, but I was basically like just thinking of like putting it, oh sorry, just putting it like somewhere on screen. So like basically like not like literally like leaving it like this, but just like having it like, I don't know, like in the corner, not like nearly this big, but like just like putting it, you know, just so that like when people showed up, they would have some idea of like what the heck we're doing here. Like, what the heck is this game going on? And I was gonna be cute about it. I was gonna have I was gonna say side quests here, and then hold on, I'm not actually gonna disable the script. I'm just gonna disable the graphics real quick. So don't worry. It's just, I'm just disabling the graphics for a second. And under the graphics, there's gonna be a little text that says like temporarily disable, or like, you know, side quests like is temporarily offline. You know, we'll resume again in just a moment, or something like that. Um, 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 so yeah, so I do have stuff that I plan on doing with this logo once it's done, but we have some time before it's gonna be done. So I won't rush it. I will. Huh. That D is still too thin. I think. I don't know. Every time I look at that D, I'm like, too thin. Just my mind is like, it's like too thin. I'm gonna stop touching it right now. For now, though, I'm just gonna close it, and let's see what else is on my backlog. What? Right? Oh yeah. Oh, that's so annoying. You can't move the toolbars when you don't have a file open, but this toolbar is right on top of the close button. So it's like, come on, jerk. All right. All right. So I think I am probably going to be calling it in the very near future. I will be. Wait, what time is it? 7 o'clock. Yeah, I don't know. I've been doing this for a little while, so I'm gonna probably call it an evening, I think. So I'm gonna switch over to screen cam for just a moment. Hey, or sorry, face cam. And my last act of the evening will be to find another cool stream to host, because they're almost always okay. Does anyone remember like October of last year? Does like that, just that far back? Do you remember when there was like never anyone online? Oops, wrong link. Do you remember like before there was like the game development channel in Twitch? Like it was like so annoying to try and find good streamers. So we live in like a beautiful golden age of streaming right now, where of game dev streaming, where now you look at the game dev channel and there are always like tons and tons of people online. It's like, it's really just top notch. So all right, cool, I found one. Yeah, so thank you everyone for tuning in. I really appreciate everyone spending the time, hanging out, good time, fun times, whatever. We got a good amount done today, and we'll probably pick right up again tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow should be interesting, because the next thing on my backlog is a big, exciting task that I don't know how. I have no clue how it's going to go. So we'll see how that all works out. Tune in next time. Until then, it was great to see all of you, and I hope you have a wonderful whatever time of day it is where you are. I won't shut down the script until the event is over, so feel free to finish with that. But other than that, have a wonderful whatever time of day it is, and I'll see you again in the near future. Bye. Bye. Bye, guys. Bye. Have a good one. Goodbye. Choo-choo. All right, wait, hold on. Now let me type in. Host Devon JavaScript Blammo. If you're on mobile, the host command doesn't do anything. So, sorry. Bye.